Listening to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. I'm your Tuesday-Thursday show host, Skylar Angus Barker. We've got a great show coming up with some information about Elmer McCoy runs for legislature backing state-funded schools and free textbooks, and Kiara Fox reporting on kick glass. Don't touch that dial because Ash Burkes and Miranda Davis will share some things that you don't want to miss. You're listening to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. In USM campus news, Southern Miss history professor earns Blount Professorship in Military History. A professor here at USM has been named the recipient of the Major General Buford Blount Professorship in Military History. Dr. Kevin Green, Associate Professor of History, will hold the professorship through 2027. Dr. Green says that this about receiving the award, quote, "Being awarded the Blount Professorship is a true honor. Given General Blount's name, career, and legacy of service, I feel humbled and blessed to share his name for a few years. In addition, I've joined the ranks of Blount professors who came before my time, and the list of previous recipients is incredible. I only hope I can live up to the amazing precedent that they've all set." End quote. Dr. Chris Winstead, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, provides the statement about the professor. Quote, "Dr. Green is a distinguished historian whose work sheds light on pivotal chapters of our military past. Through the Blount Professorship, he will not only enhance his contributions to the field of military history, but also strengthen Southern Miss national leadership in military history and the history of the National Guard." End quote. Pops in the Park returns October 7th. Partners for the Arts in the University of Southern Mississippi School of Music will be bringing back their popular fall celebration, Pops in the Park. This event occurs on Tuesday, October 7th at 6 p.m. at Spirit Park on the USM Hattiesburg campus. Dr. Colin McKenzie, director of the School of Music and associate professor, has this to say, quote, "Partners for the Arts is an incredible, important organization in our community, which is focused on supporting the terrific work ongoing in our arts programs throughout the university. As director, I am honored to have the opportunity to work with PFTA as we continue to explore new ways to engage our community around our arts program." End quote. Come stop by and enjoy the fun. In Hattiesburg news, Kicking for Kids coming up soon in the Hub City. An exciting kickball fundraiser is coming up soon in Hattiesburg. The second annual Kicking for Kids will be Friday, September 26th at 2 o'clock p.m. The event will be held at the Larry Doliak Fields at Tatum Park and will be hosted by the Rotary Club of Hattiesburg. So if you're interested, why not mark your calendars and have a blast helping out a good cause? 2 suspects wanted by HPD turns themselves in. Search ongoing for third person. 2 people who were wanted by the Hattiesburg Police Department on charges of false pretenses have turned themselves in to authorities. Jerry Skipper and Erica Barnes turned themselves into the authorities and are cooperating. Currently, HPD still has an active arrest warrant for Seminary Carlos Barnes. People with information on the suspect is encouraged to contact HPD or Crime Stoppers. In Mississippi news, 2 Mississippi college employees suspended for inappropriate statements on social media. Mississippi College released a statement after 2 Mississippi College employees have been suspended for making inappropriate statements on social media. The statement reads as the following, quote, Mississippi College is aware of inappropriate statements on social media that are wholly inconsistent with the institution's mission and values and fall short of expectations for professional conduct of employees. MC has suspended 2 employees pending further review. Mississippi College condemns all violence, political or otherwise. End quote. It is alleged that these professors have made posts about Charlie Kirk's assassination. In national news, 29-year-old man attacked by bear in Yellowstone National Park. A 29-year-old man was attacked in Yellowstone National Park. The solo hiker was walking on the Turbid Lake Trail when he encountered a bear, using bear spray to deter it. Park officials say that this is likely a grizzly bear. The National Park Service medics went to the hiker and took them to the Lake Medical Clinic before being flown to a nearby hospital for treatment. Officials at Yellowstone released this statement, quote, "The Turbid Lake Trail is closed until further notice. Because this incident was a defensive reaction by the bear during a surprise encounter, the park will not be taking any management actions against the bear." End quote. We'll be right back with sports and weather after a word from our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from Furniture Direct, with locations in Hattiesburg, Laurel, and Columbia. Are you looking for a deal? Lots of styles on a good value? You can find them on Facebook at Furniture Direct Hattiesburg for the latest specials and promotions. Or you can shop anytime at FurnitureDirectNow.com. You can see why Furniture Direct is your furniture destination.
Welcome back to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. Now for your sports. Men's golf secures JT position invitational team title. The Golden Eagles took home their first team championship on Tuesday afternoon, posting a 3-round total of 827 at the Waynesville Inn and Golf Club of Waynesville, North Carolina. Eddie Brescher, men's golf coach, has this to say, quote, "I am extremely proud of the way our team stayed patient coming down the stretch today. This was a very hard-fought battle against multiple first-class programs. The maturity that our guys showed is incredible," end quote. Women's golf captures Lady Clerico team title. Our Southern Miss women's golf team used a record-breaking 3rd round to claim the Lady Clerico team championship on Tuesday afternoon. Coach Colton Cohen had this to say about their victory. Quote, "I am proud of how our girls fought this week. We really made a statement this week about fighting together as one, which is a weird concept in golf, but it's just constantly being reminded that we are in this together through the highs and lows. It allows us to ride momentum and continue fighting when things get tough. As far as today goes, I am really proud of them going out and truly winning the golf tournament. A lot of times you can see teams playing not to lose or truly go out there playing their best, and that's exactly what we did. We left no doubt, and we went out there and earned it," end quote. To keep up with all the Golden Eagles sports activities, head on over to southernmiss.com. Now on for your weather. It looks like today will be sunny to mostly sunny skies with highs in the lower to mid 90s and lows in the mid 60s. Friday is looking to be mostly sunny with highs in the mid 90s and lows in the upper 60s. This weekend looks to be mostly sunny skies with the highs in the mid 90s and lows in the mid 60s. Up next, we have Elmer McCoy runs for legislature backing state-funded schools and free textbooks. Check it out.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. When Elmer McCoy began teaching in 1923, Mississippi did not have state-funded public schools. He recalls running for the legislature in 1935 on a platform of state-funded schools and free textbooks.
I was elected to the legislature in 1935. Didn't cost much to run then. I think my first race I spent $75. We had 3 papers in the county, and I just announced all 3 of those papers, and all the house canvassing they could, and I had a platform. I was in favor of a state-supported school system and free textbooks and homestead exemption, public roads. I had public roads, the road system. Those, I guess, were the main things in it. Back then, we had 20 precincts in the county. Beginning in July, we'd have a picnic at every precinct just leading on up to the first election in August. And then, of course, if you're not elected in the first primary, you'd have to get out and do all your canvassing between. And that's just all I did. I announced and just saw the people I could. Went around like all the other candidates did.
To learn more, subscribe to the Mississippi Moments podcast or visit cohch.org. Mississippi Moments is supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. The humanities are for everyone.
That was our Mississippi Moments. Coming up, we've got some special guests that you don't want to miss.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277. And the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
Welcome back to Southern Miss Today and Southern Miss Radio. Now, please give a warm Golden Eagle welcome to Ash Burkes and Miranda Davis. Hey, how are the both of you doing?
Hey, we're doing pretty good today.
Yeah,
How are you?
We're great. We're happy to be here. Very excited.
That's great. I'm pretty okay. So first and foremost, for anyone who doesn't know, can you two introduce yourselves a little bit?
Sure. So we are the youth department team at the Hattiesburg and Petal Libraries. We both pretty much just run Munchkinland over there.
Fun. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So this main event, what is Free Book Day?
So Free Book Day is an event we're holding at the Hattiesburg Library, and it is in celebration of National Library Card Sign-Up Month, which is every September. So we're going to be giving away free books to kids of all ages. So all they need to do is come in and show us that they have their own library card, and then they get to pick out a brand new book to take home and keep. So it's a fun way to show kids of all ages that they can have their own library card. A lot of parents and guardians don't realize that they can have library cards from the time they're born. So this is kind of us getting that word out. And it also teaches responsibility and gives them the excitement of checking out materials on their own. You know, when you have your own library card and suddenly you're responsible for taking care of these books and getting them back to us on time and everything, that's such an easy way to teach kids responsibility from an early age.
Right.
And, you know, while borrowing from the library is a wonderful thing, owning a book that you've picked out yourself without worrying about the cost at all can be really empowering. So,
right. Absolutely. So when it comes to these library cards, do you guys ever have any old memories about when you first went to the library?
I actually did not go to the library much as a child, shockingly,
Wow.
considering I'm a librarian now. I had 2 older siblings, so my sister's books were kind of passed down to me.
Yeah.
And I didn't live within a town. The town nearby had a very small library.
Okay.
So didn't really grow up in the library. It's something I fell in love with later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, I remember I went to the library a lot. My library in my hometown was right in between my church and my school, so it was right there in the middle of everything. I don't quite remember getting my first library card, but I do remember when my daughter got her first library card, and she acted like she had a ticket to the universe, which she pretty much did. But her dancing out of the building and just so happy and celebrating it and writing her name on it and the little scribble was just the best, and we want that for every parent.
That's so precious. I love that. So back to Free Book Day. When exactly is it?
So Free Book Day will be happening at the Hattiesburg Library this Saturday, September 20th, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. while our supplies last.
Okay. And I think you guys mentioned this earlier. This doesn't sound like it's the first time that the library's done this, right? Or is this the first time?
It is actually the first time. So this is something that we wanted to start. And hopefully, if all goes well, it'll be an annual thing that we do every September. But this is kind of our trial run. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, there aren't any hiccups or anything like that. But you never know what could happen. So hopefully it all goes well.
And why did the library start holding the Free Book Day?
So we started Free Book Day to support kids and families in building that love of reading. Having your own brand new book, it can feel really special. And pairing that with a library card shows children that the library is a place full of stories and learning and discovery.
Yeah.
Also, early childhood literacy is especially important because kids have this time when they move from learning to read to reading to learn.
Yeah.
And helping them grow that love of reading and that enjoyment of the process can help set them up for lifelong success because it makes that transition so much easier for them whenever they actually enjoy the process rather than being forced to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know personally, I remember some just like old memories of going to the library. And I remember like one of the biggest like events that happened was like a Harry Potter day where like it was like I think it was supporting the release of like the newest Deathly Hallows, and like they had everyone like dress up in their bathrobes so you could be like Hogwarts students, and it was I remember it, and it was such a great time. I think I like put baby powder in my hair because I was so like infatuated with Draco at the time.
Love it.
But why? I think you guys already kind of mentioned this, but just to go a little bit deeper, why do you think that the Free Book Day is important for the community?
So Free Book Day is important to the community because books really have the power to open doors to imagination, to learning, and to different opportunities. And giving kids a book of their own helps them to feel included and excited and supported in their reading journey.
Right.
And we want them to know that we are there to support them every step of the way. Even when they come in with wild requests of books we've never heard of and topics we've never heard of, we are there to help you find it. And at the same time, nurturing a love of reading in the next generation strengthens our entire community. So reading doesn't just teach, it builds empathy and character and helps us to see the world through someone else's eyes, which we feel is more important now than ever.
Absolutely. So what experience are you two overall hoping to get from the children out of this event?
So we want kids to leave feeling proud of their library card, whether it's one that they've already owned or it's one that they just signed up for. We want them to be excited to have a brand new book that's truly theirs and eager to keep exploring stories. Having their own card gives them a sense of independence, like a little rite of passage, and that can make the library feel even more special. And as Ash mentioned earlier, it also helps to build a sense of responsibility in kids. Our hope is that this event creates a joyful memory that sparks a lasting love of reading and makes the library a place of magic and discovery in their lives, someplace they can come to again and again to kind of discover and create and see new worlds.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's such a powerful thing that the two of you are doing, because especially during like this current climate where like there's like talks about like potentially banning books once again and like hiding like literature and hiding like resources that already happened. It's a crazy and it's a scary time.
It is.
So it's absolutely amazing the work that the two are doing. Where does the library get the books provided during the event?
So the books for Free Book Day, actually, some have come from previous events, such as the Silly Sally Story Walk, when USM donated excess books to us after the event. We were actually also fortunate enough to get generous support from USM's School of Library and Information Science and United Way of Southeast Mississippi, who very generously and excitedly donated books after we shared our idea for this event.
Yeah.
And we would actually not have had enough books to pull this event off without them. So we are very thankful that they were so gracious in their donations.
Yeah, I think we have upwards of like 400 books, if
Oh,
not
wow.
more. Wasn't that right? It was
something like that.
I
It
mean,
was-
they really came through.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing. So for people that are in Hattiesburg or in the Pine Belt, how can the community help support the library and Free Book Day?
So the best way that the community can support us is simply by using the library. And I know that sounds really simple, but coming in and checking out materials and coming to our programs and spreading word about events like Free Book Day goes a long way.
Yeah.
You know, we would be nothing without our patrons. And of course, everything at the library is free. But all of our funding and all of that and our support comes from how many patrons come in and how much we are being utilized.
Yeah.
So the more that our public can utilize the library, the better it is for us.
Yeah.
And of course, for those who'd like to do more, partnering with us for future events to sponsor giveaways like this one will help us to keep this new tradition going. And the most important thing is just showing up with you and your family and celebrating reading together. That just makes a huge difference.
Yeah, absolutely. So just as a side question that's still related, but to also go back to a previous question that we had, did you two ever like have like a favorite childhood book that you used to read a lot?
I actually really loved, I can't remember the author, but
Yeah.
the Charlie Bone series.
Okay.
When I was a kid, it's similar to Harry Potter,
Mm-hmm.
but it's about this boy who has this special ability, and he goes to this school with other kids with special abilities. And without giving too much away,
Yeah.
they have some funny antics, and
Yeah.
it was just really enjoyable. I really enjoyed that series.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, pretty much any book that had an animal on the cover, I was all about. I was so
I love
into
that.
it. Yeah. One of my favorites was The Mouse and the Motorcycle by Beverly Cleary.
Ooh.
I actually just read that whole series. Me and my husband read it to my daughter, and she just ate it up. And it was so fun to watch her experience that world that I experienced and loved so much as a child, and
Yeah.
see her ask questions like, "Oh, what's going to happen next?" And I
Yeah.
knew what was going to happen next, but to just be like, "I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow night."
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I know for me personally, like the biggest like book that blew up in like high school and middle school for us was like Percy Jackson.
Oh yeah.
And like I loved those books. I kept like the biggest one being I think Titan's Curse, that I was rereading over and over and over and over and over again, and I saw like the bond between Annabeth and Percy and Grover, and then I also looked over to Luke and I went like, I feel bad for him, but I know
Right.
that I shouldn't. But it's overall it's great. So
Yeah, and kids still love those books. We
Yeah.
can hardly keep them on the shelves. And then
Right.
they went and made a graphic novel series out of it. And I mean, we hardly see them on the shelves because
Yeah.
kids just eat them up. So that's
Yeah.
a pretty timeless story.
So to go back to a previous question that we might have covered, but I don't think we have, do you think that events like Free Book Day can get children interested in reading?
Absolutely. So sometimes all it takes is just putting the right book in a kid's hands at the right moment to
Yeah.
spark a lifelong love of reading. So Free Book Day gives kids the chance to choose a book that excites them, which gives them a sense of ownership. You know, you can come to the library and there's all sorts of books to pick
Yeah.
out, but there is something about owning it, that this is your book and it is your book forever and
Yeah.
you picked it out. And especially the whole not worrying about the cost thing. That's one that was really important to us. So when a child has a book that they truly want to read and it's theirs to keep, that can be a huge first step towards becoming a lifelong reader.
Yeah, that's so amazing. So I know that we're running out of time, but is there anything else that you would like to share?
Yes. So the books that we have to give away covers a wide arrangement of ages, from beginner readers to teens. So we have young adult books available as well. So we hope that families and teens alike will come and check it out. Yeah. We also want to point out that the library is so much more than just books. We have programs and events all the time for all ages, resources, and the community connection and the sense of community is like nowhere else at the library. So Free Book Day is a really great way for everyone to see that the library is a welcoming space for learning and exploring and having fun. And we just want to see y'all in there. So we hope to see you all Saturday.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ash Burkes and Miranda Davis, for coming on today and providing a voice for our Eagles.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Coming up, we've got Kiera Fox reporting on Kick Glass. Check it out.
They're turning glass bottles into sand and cleaning up rivers and lakes along the way. This local recycling group is proving that a small team can make a big environmental impact. Board president of Piney Woods Conservation Group tells us exactly how it's done.
So our main program is Pine Belt Blueways. We launched Pine Belt Blueways in 2018 with Visit Hattiesburg, the City of Hattiesburg, Forest County, Mississippi Power, and several other stakeholders.
Pine Belt Blueways is a conservation group that has been able to use resources to try and minimize the amount of waste that goes into our local parks and landfills.
A lot of our local parks where trash could be impactful to wildlife. And out of that, we recycle all the trash that we find. We clean it up and get it into the recycling stream so we have less going into the landfill. And because of that, we launched Kick Glass Hattiesburg, which is a glass bottle recycling program.
After creating Kick Glass Hattiesburg, the members use a device to ensure sustainability.
We have a glass crusher that takes glass bottles, discarded glass bottles, and turns it into sand, which can be used for all kinds of conservation and sustainability projects.
Yet they can't do it alone.
Found Glass Half Full, which is a for-profit glass recycling company in New Orleans that's been around for about 4 or 5 years. They're a partner of ours, but we wanted to be able to do that in our own community.
Even though Glass Half Full is a huge company, the goal was to make recycling accessible for the Hattiesburg citizen.
We can't crush enough glass to make a dent in Hattiesburg's glass with our machine, but we can get all that glass to them and we can kind of show the community like what it's like and kind of create the buzz to want to do glass.
Recycling today in hopes of a cleaner community tomorrow. Kiera Fox, SMTV.
Thanks for listening to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. Huge thanks to Cardell Whiting, our audio engineer, and Daniel Page, our video engineer, for keeping this bird flying. Big shout out to assistant producer, Rosael Monty, and our program director, Adeline Fields, and our GM, Dr. Wilbur Martin. Don't forget to follow SM2 Media on social media. I'm your Tuesday, Thursday show host, Skylar Angus Barker. Stay gold.